Hey, what's up everyone, Kevin here. In this video, I've got 5 hacks that will make your day of snowboarding much better. These 5 hacks are pretty uncommon. You may know a couple of them, but I guarantee you won't know all 5. And if you implement these hacks into your daily snowboarding, it'll just make your day of riding that much better and easier. We can actually start with the first hack right here on the chairlift, and that is with how you rest your snowboard. So when you're on the chairlift, there's quite a lot of strain put onto your leg because you have your heavy snowboard just dangling. So a simple hack is to take your board and just rest it onto your free foot. By resting it onto your free foot, it just takes all that weight and pressure off of one leg and divides it among 2. So making the chairlift ride so much more comfortable. The one problem though is that because your metal edge is on your snowboard boot, it may actually cut into your boot. So in the past, I've had boots been damaged by my metal edge. So what you can do is actually just take it off of the edge and put your snowboard's binding onto your boot. And with your binding, you're not going to get any boot damage. So this way, you can rest your snowboard on your boot, take all that pressure off of one leg, divide it among 2, and have a much more enjoyable ride on the chairlift. So that's hack number 1, resting your board onto your free foot. We got 4 more to go. The second hack will help you for putting on your snowboard. So it's very typical, especially when you're just starting, to have to sit down and strap up. But by doing it this way, eventually your butt is gonna get wet and cold, and then you have to stand up out of the snow. So instead of having to go through that whole process, you can dig yourself a shelf. So take your heel edge, start digging it into the snow, and do it until you have like a nice little platform where you can stand up and put your binding on. So by doing it this way, it's gonna prevent you from having to sit down. With this shelf, I'm very comfortably just standing here and easily strapping up my bindings without having to sit in the snow and get all wet. If you can do it this way, you're gonna stay much more drier and warm through the day. Also, you don't have to go through the struggles of sitting down and getting up out of the snow every single time. Now, from this position, I can just start to ride and start my run. The third hack, and this one really specifically applies to snowboarders, is when you get stuck in a flat area. And as snowboarders, we don't have like poles or anything to push us across. So our only option is to really unstrap, walk across where we want to get to, and then do the whole process of strapping up again and then going down the run. But there's actually a hack that you can do to skip all that and get across the flat areas. And the hack is to do the penguin walk. So the penguin walk is pretty simple. It may take a bit of practice, but it's getting your toe edge in the snow and then alternating between your nose and tail and just like walking and pushing yourself across the flat area. So this is an amazing hack. If you ever get stuck in a flat area, you can just quickly get out of it. Here we go. So nose, tail, and just keep pushing myself across with my toe edge. So alternating between my nose and tail, pushing myself across until I'm free. Woo! The fourth hack is if you ever need to stop yourself on the side of the run, it's super common to either go down on your knees or sit on the side, but a much better way to do it is to just dig yourself a shelf, but this time on your toes. So by digging yourself on your toes, you can stay standing on the side. It's much better safety-wise because now you can see everything above you. And also if somebody's coming down, they can see you better. And if for some reason you need to get out of the way, it's gonna be much easier from standing. So safety-wise, this is better. It's also gonna keep you drier, being up out of the snow. And I think it's just a better way to rest. So the final hack, and this one is for standing up. If you do find yourself sitting, so if you're a beginner snowboarder practicing your heel sliding, or just in general, you find yourself sitting in the snow, if you don't have the best flexibility, it can be really tough to stand up from your heels. There's two ways to do this. One is to actually take your front hand and grab the toe edge of your snowboard. So like now you have something to pull on to bring your board closer to you as you push up with your back hand. So I'm pushing and pulling, and then you can stand up that way. The other way to do it, which is probably much easier, is to just roll over onto your toes. And instead of struggling to roll over, you can just grab behind your knee with one hand, and then as you roll over, just pull this knee. And so that's like two easy ways that can help you stand up from sitting. Amazing, guys. So I hope those 5 hacks will help you on your day of snowboarding. Just remember, when you're sitting on the chair, rest your snowboard on your foot. When you get off the chair and strapping up, dig that shelf so you don't have to sit down. If you do get stuck, try the penguin walk to get across. And if you stop yourself on the side of the run, dig yourself in on your toes so that you can be visible to everyone and not have to sit in the snow. And then finally, if you are sitting in the snow, grab your board to stand up or roll over and just push yourself up. If there's any hacks that I missed, it'd be great to hear from you down in the comments. And if you guys are interested in checking out any of my gear, I'll put it down below in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Have fun with your snowboarding. Subscribe here to Snowboard Pro Camp, and I'll see you in the next video. It's actually pretty icy here, so it's hard to dig in the toes. Let's see if I can dig in the heels. Oh, oh shit. That heel maneuver is risky. Oh!